Mize, pediatric speech and language pathologist, and welcome to Teach Me to Talk's Therapy Tip of the Week. There are 6 ways that parents and therapists can teach late talkers, toddlers with language delays, and kids with autism to learn to communicate. If you'll master these 6 strategies, you will be well on your way to help teaching a child that you love to learn to talk. Okay, the 6th strategy we want to talk about is expansion. So what is expansion? Expansion is just taking a word or whatever a kid said, adding something else to it to expand the utterance so that a child can bump up to that next language level. Now, we really think about using expansion when a child is kind of stuck at that single word level and we want to help him bump up into phrases. So that's when it's most effective. And again, why is this important? It's important because when you use it correctly, you're really helping a child build his vocabulary. And certainly when we're talking about syntax in a minute or utterance length, when we're looking at language forms, we're helping him, again, not just be a single word user, but bump up to short phrases. This is the fastest way to get him there. And it's even more effective when you pick another word that he can already say. So let me give you some examples of this. So if a kid, let's use that car example. So if a kid is playing with a car and he just says car, or you're holding the cars for the child to request, and he just says car, that's when you say want car. And what you want him to do? You want him to imitate want car, or I want car, or more car, or car please, just another word. And again, you're going to know him better. You're going to know, oh, what word can I pick with this? What's going to make it more likely that he'll imitate this phrase now? And so that's what expansion is. It's just expanding what a child says. And so don't always get stuck in the same model, the same pattern when you're modeling this. Sometimes I'll talk to parents about this and I'll say, I want you to add a word to what he says, repeat it back to him, and see if we can start to get some imitated phrases here. And so a parent might say, okay, that's great. And then they go home and the only thing that they practice all week long is a color plus a noun. So if they were here with us, instead of saying cup, they would try to facilitate or try to elicit a child. They want him to say pink cup, or they want a child to say, blue car, or whatever it is, without thinking, gosh, I should be adding a verb here. I should be adding a preposition or a location word here. So think about some other things too. Don't just get locked into one pattern. So as therapists, we need to talk to parents about that and give them some examples. And there's a great example in Autism Workbook with expansion, where if he says car to ask for a car, you would model want car. If he sees a car and labels the car, you might model there's car, or there's the car. When he's making the car move, what could you say? You could say go car. But when he's playing with cars and you want to really try to, again, another fun thing to do here to get a 2-word phrase is to use a preposition with it, or a pronoun with it, like my. And so you take the car and do my car and have a child, again, request it that way. So those are just some examples that have worked super, super well for me. And I want to be sure you, as SLPs or parents watching, can take those 6 strategies and use them anytime, anywhere.